I've been reviewing gadgets for the last 12 years of my life. Over 1,000 videos, over 5,000 products, but these are the 10 that I actually use every single day of my life, each one more essential than the last. And number 10 is my smart trash can, which sits permanently just outside our filming room. And I've picked it because it is the most streamlined way to trash things. I can literally wave my hand over it and it will open. But even if you don't have a hand to spare, you can actually just say, open can, and you can dispose of it without even touching the bin. Pretend that fits. Not to mention the 2 separate compartments so I can recycle things easier, the anti-fingerprint, anti-germ finish, and the fact that it's built to hide the existing bin liners that you have in there, while also giving you a really quick way to top them up from the back. Really has been revolutionary. Now, if there's one thing I've learned by testing the thousands of gadgets I have, it's that while the coolest gadgets are the ones that can dramatically change the way you live your life, oftentimes the best gadgets are the ones that mean you don't have to. They fit into your existing life and just make the things that you already do either faster or richer. And maybe the best example of that is the Ember mug. This is a mug that I set up once when I first got it like 3 years ago. And from that point, every single cup of tea that I've had has been kept at my perfect, exact, ideal drinking temperature. And I realize that sounds excessively particular, but for me, this whole idea of a tasty hot drink is actually my incentive to start working and also to stay productive while working. And so a mug that can both keep the drink hot, making it more enjoyable to drink and therefore a better incentive, and also make the tea last longer, because you can't just down it, you've got to sip it, is actually really good for my productivity. And funnily enough, it actually makes me drink less caffeine too, because 1 cup takes me 1.5 hours to finish. So right now, the tea is at around 55 degrees Celsius. So let's see what temperature it's at the end of the video. Okay, this one is unexpectedly awesome. So about 2 years ago, I made the decision to start prioritizing my mouth care routine. So I got myself a water flosser, which clears the bits of food in between my teeth, and then upgraded my manual toothbrush to an electric toothbrush, which I recently just upgraded again to this toothbrush of the future. There's an LED color display on it for starters. It's there so you can cycle through the 7 different cleaning modes. You don't actually need 7 different cleaning modes, but I do use a combination of daily clean, tongue cleaning mode, which has actually made a big difference to making my breath just feel fresh all the time, and then whitening mode for a bit of a polish up every now and again. And then because the brush head both oscillates up and down and rotates, as well as being moved manually by your hand over your teeth, it really does leave you with that dentist clean feeling every time you brush your teeth. It's got an LED that makes sure that you're brushing with the right amount of pressure, which made me realize that I've actually been brushing too hard for about 27 years of my life. But what I think is the coolest thing is that it pairs via Bluetooth to its wireless charging stand. And when you start brushing, the stand will tell you which parts of your mouth you need to focus on and for how long. Now, obviously this is pretty overkill. You don't actually need a toothbrush this advanced. But the way I see it is, we spend like 95% of our lives trying to juggle work, hobbies, social life, family time. But if you're not healthy, you can't enjoy any of those things. So if there is a gadget that allows you to spend the same amount of your time doing something, but just be healthier because of it, then it definitely makes sense to at least invest somewhat in that. Now, ever since I made that video on gadgets that think different, and I covered the Balmuda toaster, this thing has had a permanent place in my kitchen, and my heart. Matter of fact, ever since I first locked lips with a piece of wholemeal goodness from this machine, which basically uses water to give your bread a steam bath, making it crispy on the outside yet fluffy on the inside, I have not used a normal toaster once. It's really funny, actually. Every single person who comes around here says to me, Aaron, there's no way to make toast better. Toast is just toast. And then I feed it to them, slowly watching as their expression turns from complacency to confusion to a wide grin as they start to realize how wrong they were. Really expensive machine, and it can only do 2 slices of bread at any one time. But if you value the end result more than anything else,